Lesson 4. Developing instructional plans for mother tongue instruction. Apparently, the curriculum guide serves as teacher's blueprint for planning and designing the curriculum. It should not be taught as is. It contains standards which are broad guidelines for students' achievements. It will be your job to interpret these standards using unpacking strategies. Unpacking means extracting the component, knowledge, and skills required by a standard in order to understand the learning expectation and can clearly articulate those expectations to students and parents. Unpacking serves three purposes. A. To establish focus of standards and competencies. B. To link standards, competencies, and teaching. And C. Contextualize teaching. So let us first know what are the importance of mother tongue is and why it should be developed for the purpose of learning of the students. Mother tongue develops a child's personal, social, and cultural identity. Using mother tongue helps a child develop their critical thinking and literacy skills. Research shows that children learning in mother tongue adopt a better understanding of the curriculum. Examine the figure below on unpacking standards and competencies in the curriculum guide. First is to analyze the standards. Second is to determine the nature of competencies, knowledge, skills, values. Third is to identify topic or content. Fourth, select assessment strategies. After you select assessment strategies, plan learning experience. And the last, select design instructional materials. So, in analyze standards, standards articulate what students should be able to know, understand, and do by the end of the year. And they set equitable benchmarks across classrooms and school. So, we have here the types of standards. First is the learning area standard. This defines the broad outcomes for the MTD/MLE learning area. Example, use mother tongue appropriately and effectively in oral, visual, and written communication in a variety of situations and for a variety of audiences, contexts, and purposes, including learning of other context subjects and languages. Demonstrate appreciation of various forms of literacy genres and take pride in one's cultural heritage. Second is the case stage standard. This defines the specific outcomes for case stages like kindergarten to grade 3, grade 4 to grade 6, and grade 7 to grade 10. Example, kindergarten to grade 3, by the end of the grade 3, students will enjoy communicating in their first language on familiar topics for a variety of purposes and audiences, using basic vocabulary and phrases. Read language, one text with understanding, and create their own stories and texts in their language one. Third is the grade level standard. This defines the specific outcomes for the language domains of each grade level. Example, kindergarten. The learner demonstrates skills and strategies in phonemic awareness, alphabet knowledge, sound letter, correspondence, decoding, vocabulary, and comprehensions as they enjoy listening and responding to a variety of texts in their mother tongue. Next is the context standard. For example, here in the table. Answer the questions. What do students want to know, be able to do, and understand? In performance standard, it would be answer the question. What do we want students to do with their learning or understanding? And how do we want them to use their learning or understanding? Next, here in context standards, defines what students are expected to know, knowledge, facts, and information, and what they should be able to do, process of skills with that they know. In performance standards, it would be defines the expected proficiency level. Then here in context standards, we have the meanings or understanding that they construct or make as the process, the fact, and information. In the performance standards, it would be product and or performances as evidence that students can transfer or use their learning in real-life situation. So now let's proceed to the unpacking process in the next slides. So the next thing to do is examine the competencies by determining the target language domain. The 5 macro skills: reading, listening, speaking, writing, and viewing are further categorized into 12 domains in the MTB-MLE curriculum. Oral language, phonological awareness, book and print knowledge, phonic and word recognition, fluency, composing, grammar awareness, vocabulary and concept development, listening comprehension, reading comprehension, attitude towards reading, study skill. Example here in the table. Our competencies would be talk about oneself and one's personal experiences, family, pet, favorite food. So as language domain, it would be oral language or OL. Next, determine the nature of competencies, knowledge, skills, and values. The target of the competencies may be knowledge, conceptual and factual understanding, skills, ability to perform or demonstrate linguistic skills and activities, and values, appreciation for language, development of right attitude and dispositions. So example here in the table, we have competencies would be talk about oneself and one's person's experiences, family, pet, favorite food. So as language domain, it would be oral language or OL. As a nature, it would be skills. So for step 4 to 7, let's have here the table and fill out it all. For the competencies, we have talk about oneself and one's person's experiences, family, pet, favorite food. For topic content, experience in one's life. So for assessment, declamation, narrative or make storytelling and personal experience using declamation. For learning experience, they will able to know each other's experiences and it will cultivate proper demonstration or delivering proper message of the story, enhance communication skills and boost self-esteem. Lastly, the materials, props and costumes. So let's apply those we have mentioned in developing instructional plans for mother tongue instruction. For competencies, we have choose in the parenthesis which is the right auxiliary verb. Then for topic, we have auxiliary verb. For assessment, determine the proper auxiliary verb in the sentence. Place the cardboard with auxiliary verb in the blackboard to complete the proper sentence. For learning experience, they will able to know what is auxiliary verbs and will establish good grammarization skills. For materials, cardboard and blackboard. So now, since we are done to our discussion, let's proceed to our short quiz. First question, what are the benefits of using the backward design instructional planning? Second, how do you feel about the week-long plan? It is feasible. Can you implement your plan?